In this short video, we're going to show a tower hand how to look up a site project that is already in the system and then add a photo log to that site project. If you had watched the prior video on how to add a site project, we added a site project for an Ericsson Southern Link microwave site, and we gave it a name PRT-123456. So we're going to look up that site as though we have never looked it up before. If you notice, the second button beneath Add Site Project is Look Up Sites by Site ID. So let's touch that button. And it says enter a unique site ID number. So let's do it. Let's enter PRT-123. Let's be lazy. Let's not add the 456. It's just making a point that it will do a partial search. If you had two sites, PRT-1239 and 123456, it would have found them both because you only searched on PRT-123. But you can do partial searches or exact searches. It'll find what you're looking for. And if you want to know where that site is, look at the bottom four buttons. The third from the left is the word map. That is where that site is. And we can maybe look at it in satellite view by touching the little green button above the refresh button in the bottom right-hand corner. If we touch that button again, we can even zoom in to see where that site is. And if we touch that, we can see a lot of things about that site. And then we can go to details. Now, we could have gotten to the details screen when we originally looked it up simply by picking it. You don't have to go through the map. When you look up PRT-123 and you see the only match, simply touch it. That will also take you to the details screen. It is from the details screen that we can now begin to add photos and forms. And if you look at the bottom right-hand corner, you'll see a big plus sign that means Add Photos and Forms. Let's touch that button. You notice that every time we touch anything, it either shrinks and grows or it jiggles in some fashion to let us know that we touched it. And here are all the different unique forms required by this client. Let's fill out the microwave dish 3 green photo log. As you know, sometimes photo logs are called alpha, beta, Charlie, gamma, things like that. This one isn't. So let's put in our initials and let's hit next. And we go to the photo log. And if we scroll the photo log, you can see lots of questions. Notice the circle in orange on the left or the right of each one tells you the number of the question. So for example, the first one is dish serial number, and there's a big white spot that says required. So we touch required, and we give it access to our camera. And we'll take a photo of this keyboard in front of me. And we'll hit the Use Photo. And the Android devices work very similarly. The first thing we'll notice is that in the bottom right-hand corner, we can pinch to zoom and we can see date, time, and GPS position already on the photo. Let's hit Next. And notice now that we've hit Next and the photo is back in the photo log, a baby blue comment area has opened up. I'm going to touch that. And now we can give a comment, and I will do it with my voice. The keyboard I just took a picture of is very dusty and needs to be cleaned, period. Next paragraph, I hope someone will clean it soon. Period. And there we can see the comment appears underneath. Let's scroll down a little further, maybe take picture number 10, vertical RAU, weatherproof, and grounding with label. And the reason I'm not doing it in order is because tower hands don't work in order. They take whatever they're near at the time. And so you have non-linear access to the photos you want to take. I'll take number 10 as one more example. And I'll hit Use Photo. And I'll show off one more feature. It is not usual that we may want to annotate our photos. But if you need to, you hit the More button. You hit the Modify button. And then you'll see you can crop, rotate, and draw. Now the system will almost always make your pictures right side up. You will almost never need to rotate them. But we'll hit Draw, and the first thing you'll notice is the buttons along the bottom are different. The standard first color, you don't have to pick a color, will always be green. But if for some reason you want to use a different color, pick a different color, like red. And then when you hit accept in the bottom right-hand corner, you'll notice it switches to next. And when you hit next, you'll put it back in the grid. It will reverse highlight and scroll down to where you are so you never get confused. And the comment section is now available for you to add a comment. When you are done, whether or not you've taken all the pictures you should have taken, you can hit next and hit next again. As soon as you do that, it brings you back to where you can start other blank forms. But what you should know is that when you complete that form, it starts saving it immediately. So I'm going to press and hold the back button, a really neat trick that shows you all the screens you passed through to get here. You could hit the back button 4 times and you'd go from that screen to that screen to that screen to that screen. But if you just press and hold, you get visual back path, scroll home and hit home. And if you hit the sync data button, maybe we'll get lucky and see that data going outbound. Does not look like we are. If you look at the bottom, it says outgoing data and media, and it has already sent that media to the server. So we missed that moment. But synchronization is automatic. But when you've been working for a long time during the day and you come home, it's always a good idea to hit the sync data button to make sure you're pushing all of your photos and all of your data and all of your GPS information back to your closeout manager so that he or she can review those images and get ready to create their closeout package. And that is how we add a photo log to a site.